Paper-W8 was tasked with implementing a simple, attractive, and easy-to-use Android application to satisfy the following goals.
We wanted to create a mobile application that allows owners to record the books they have and loan them to borrowers.
A user can be an owner of their own books and a borrower of someone else's books.
A borrower can borrow an available book by making a request for it.
The owner can accept such a request. When the book is handed over, the book becomes borrowed.
The owner can denote when a borrowed book is returned and available again.
Our motivation was to collaboratively solve all user stories that were given to us while using agile and object-oriented programming practices, and to present the end user with a dynamic and attractive product that meets all of their book lending and borrowing needs. My name is Melanie, and my primary role within the group was to implement the scanning functionality, which facilitates the exchange of books between borrowers and owners. A borrower is able to borrow a book by scanning and to return a book by scanning. From there, the owner is notified and they confirm that the book has been borrowed or returned by also scanning the book. I also implemented the login and sign up functionality of the app, which allows the user to sign up with a unique username and email.
My name is Fraser, and my role was to implement the different views for a book, as well as orchestrating the overall structure of the app and performing intent testing on the book views.
My name is Mohammed. My key roles for this project was to implement and adding and editing functionality of the books that would allow users to borrow and loan them. Our app uses Google's Firestore services to store and retrieve book information like its description and cover images. Moreover, I completed intent testing to ensure our functionality was up to the specifications.
My name is Beth. My role was to implement the map so the user can set a location on a map of where to receive a book when the owner accepts a request on the book. I also completed the functionalities and intent testing for profile and edit profile.
My name is Michelle, and my role was to implement the search functionalities, write the unit tests, and work on the user interface. A user is able to search up other users, search for books, or a request to borrow an available book. Unit tests were written to cover the book, notification, and user classes.
My name is Scott, and I implemented the shelves page that displays various user options, delete book functionality, requesting a book via search, and transitioning between fragments and activities, and the transfer of data amongst them. I also assisted Fraser and Mohammed with setting up book views. The tests that I implemented were for shelves, book views, and search.
Okay, now we go through a workflow of our app. So first, a user is able to sign up for an app by inputting a username, an email, in this case, borrower@mail.com, a password that is at least 6 digits long, and an address. After the user signs up, they are signed in. If we click Books Owned, the user is able to add any books that they own. First, they have to put in a title, the author of the book, as well as an ISBN. The ISBN they can choose to input manually or to scan through the camera scanner. Optionally, they can choose to attach a picture of the book cover. We can add another book to the number of books owned by again putting in a title, an author, and this time manually inputting an ISBN as well as a book cover photo. The user can edit the description of the book if they choose to. Confirm the edit, and they are also able to delete a book if they choose to. So if we go to books owned, only one book is owned by the user. Now, when we go to search, we can search for a user and view the user description. If we go to all books, we are able to see books of all statuses and view its description. One option that is not shown here is that the user is able to filter the books that are displayed by typing in a query in the search bar. Here, the user chooses to request for an available book. If we go to the Awaiting Approvals tab, we can see that the book we've just requested. So now we can view our profile information from our user profile, and we can also edit our personal information if we choose to. Save it, and we log out and log into the owner's account so we can accept a request. Now that we're in the owner's account, the first thing that we do is we go to the notifications and we see that a borrower is asking to request a book that we own. So we go to our requested books tab, we see the book that has been requested, and we accept a single request from the user that requested it. We set a location where the user can pick up the book, and we confirm it. Now we log out and we log back into the borrower account to be able to pick up the book. So first, we go to the notification and we see the notification that the book has been accepted. We go to the Accepted Books tab and we scan to borrow the book. So the owner has been notified. And again, we log out and we log back into the owner account to confirm the checkout. We can see that if we put in an incorrect password, the authentication will not allow the user to log in. So we go to the notifications and we click the notification that says scan to confirm the checkout of the book. We scan it and the book has been checked out by the user. Once again, we log back into the borrower's account and we see that the book has been successfully borrowed. So if we go to books borrowed, we can see that the book that we have checked out is now borrowed. So now if we are done with the book, we can choose to return it by going back to books borrowed and clicking return book. We scan the ISBN for the book to be returned and the owner has been notified. Now we log back into the owner profile to accept the return. In the owner's profile, we click on the notification that the user has scanned a book to be checked back in, and we scan it to confirm the check back in. Again, we set a location for the return location, confirm the location. Here, the map is taking a little while longer to load, but we can confirm any location, and the book has been successfully confirmed to be returned. We log out, and that's it.